This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Tuesday, April 11th, 2023. I'm Alex Brown. Indiana University today unveiled a 7-year plan for its 7 campuses, a strategic roadmap that seeks to reaffirm the university's status among globally recognized higher education institutions. The 3-pronged plan, called IU 2030, will focus on improving post-secondary attainment and retention rates, increasing the university's vast research enterprise, and aligning its objectives with the Indiana Economic Development Corporation. In addition to Bloomington, the blueprint includes campus-specific plans for the university's 6 campuses outside Bloomington, including IUPUI, which is set to be renamed IU Indianapolis under a realignment plan. You can connect to the plan at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. A California-based dental service organization is expanding into Indiana. Our Best Life Companies has opened its first out-of-state flagship dental office in Granger and acquired South Bend Dental and Orthodontics, though financial details were not disclosed. The company said it is also in the midst of construction on a new dental practice in Goshen, which is slated to open in late summer. Purdue University has named Mark Lewis as the inaugural CEO of the Purdue Applied Research Institute. The institute, which was established in 2021, is designed to extend the reach and impact of Purdue's research efforts and academic programs, especially in fields related to national security and defense in the U.S. Lewis, who taught at the University of Maryland for 25 years, begins his new role May 8th and will be based in the new Purdue office in Washington, D.C. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Get ready, Northwest Indiana. We're headed your way. IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the inaugural Engage Northwest Indiana event, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. Tuesday, April 25th at Valparaiso University. We'll be diving into regional and statewide initiatives with a focus on talent, education, and issues shaping our economy. More at ibj.com/engage.
A bill that would allow Indiana tech parks to capture a larger share of tax revenue is poised to become law after the Senate voted unanimously Monday to advance the legislation to the governor's office.
Senate Bill 271 would allow the state's 22 tech parks to receive up to $250,000 per year in incremental income tax revenue, up from $100,000 under the current funding model. The money could be used to provide services to existing businesses, recruit additional companies, and expand park infrastructure. The change would result in the loss of about $1.8 million in annual revenue to the state beginning in fiscal year 2024, while local governments would lose about $720,000 per year, according to a fiscal analysis by the nonpartisan Legislative Services Agency. Those amounts would increase slightly in later years if all the tech parks reach their $5 million cap. In its original version, the cap would have raised to $500,000, but lawmakers on the House Ways and Means Committee cut the number in half, citing a need for more stringent reporting requirements for parks. The original state law capped the total sales and income tax revenue a tech park could collect at $5 million. In 2020, lawmakers passed a bill allowing parks to capture up to $100,000 a year in additional state and local income tax revenue after they reach their $5 million cap. Governor Eric Holcomb has 1 week to sign the bill, veto it, or let it pass into law without his signature. Wes Mills, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
An initiative designed to help Terre Haute businesses prepare for increased tourism has secured additional funding. The Terre Haute Chamber of Commerce said today the Open for Tourism program is preparing to award more funding as businesses gear up for new gaming-related tourism and events surrounding the 2024 solar eclipse. Businesses eligible for the program include for-profit eating and drinking establishments, retail shops, and service providers. Open for Tourism provides services including one-on-one consultations with subject matter experts, training on boosting online presence on consumer search sites like Google, and online targeted marketing, among others. A large swath of Indiana will offer optimal viewing of the 2024 solar eclipse, and some tourism officials say more than 1 million visitors could be heading to the Hoosier State to witness the celestial show. On Monday, April 8th, 2024, at approximately 3:05 p.m., the total solar eclipse will cast its shadow on Indiana, plunging millions of people into midday darkness for about 4 minutes. Visit Indy marketing manager Becca Schmiegel says Indianapolis is marketing itself as the Midwest capital of the eclipse.
We can expect around 1 million visitors to come in, and that's just kind of based off cities of similar size in the past total eclipse that happened in 2018, 2017. Looking at their estimates and their numbers, we can estimate that we'll see between 1 million to a million and a half people come into the city.
Tourism departments from throughout the state are also implementing plans to take advantage of the stargazers. Indiana Destination Development Corporation Secretary and CEO Elaine Beadle said the eclipse provides a rare opportunity to showcase the state. An Italy-based manufacturer of robotic finishing machines is establishing its North American headquarters in Delaware County. Trebi will set up its initial office space in the Innovation Connector Complex in Muncie, with future plans for warehousing and manufacturing space. IIB's Wes Mills will have more on the project on Wednesday morning's podcast. First Internet Bank's CEO David Becker is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.